Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video, I'll be unboxing and giving my first initial impressions of the iQOO Neo 7 Pro. Now this is gonna be the most looked after for or the most buzz creating phone in the market, and it's gonna be the cheapest and the most fastest phone that you can find under 35,000 rupees. Before we get started, here are the pricing information. This phone is available in two variants. Base variant is priced at 35,000 rupees and it comes with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. Next variant is priced at 38,000 rupees and it comes with 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. There are obviously offers. First of all, there is instant 2000 discount for using some bank's credit cards. Besides that, you also get 1,000 rupees instant discount if you pre-book it before the 14th. And if you pre-book it now, you get 2 years of warranty as well, which is pretty good. So effective price, if you buy it before 14th or at the launch date, it's going to be priced 32,000 for base variant 8 plus 128GB and 35,000 for 12 plus 256GB variant. So that's pretty aggressive pricing, I would say. Now this one is available in two variants, Fearless Flame and the Dark Storm. We have the Fearless Flame with us right now, which comes with vegan leather, which gives a nice feeling to it, whereas the Dark Storm comes with an anti-glare finish, which also looks pretty good. So without further delays, let's get on with the unboxing. So here's the box. We got a pretty standard iQOO packaging. There really isn't anything new with the packaging. Without any further delays, let's unbox it. First, there's a phone, followed by some barcode stickers. Next, there's a transparent case, some documentation. We also get a 120-watt charger, and finally a USB Type-C cable. There's also a SIM card ejector somewhere in there. Now let me just remove the cover. Now this is how the phone looks on the front, and this is how the phone looks on the back. Now this is a Fearless Flame color with a vegan leather back in orange color, which looks quite premium, and the leather has a nice soft touch to it, which also gives you a very premium feeling. Now at the top, we got the camera module with a triple camera setup with a 50 megapixel primary camera with Samsung's GN5 sensor with optical image stabilization. That's followed by an 8 megapixel wide angle camera and a 2 megapixel macro camera. That's the small thing over there. Following that, we have the iQOO branding. Now on the front, we get a 6.78 inch AMOLED display with Full HD Plus resolution, 120Hz screen refresh rate with a peak brightness of 1300 nits. It's got wideband L1 support, HDR10 Plus support. We also got visual enhancement on a lot of cool stuff which can make the display look much better than what it actually is. Well, AMOLED already makes the colors look a bit more saturated and popped out. With visual enhancement, it'll take a step further. At the end of the day, it looks everything much more pleasing. Besides that, at the top we got a punch hole cutout with a 16 megapixel front facing camera, and at the bottom it's pretty plain. Bezels are quite slim all around and the chin is also pretty small. Now for the sides, on the right side we got the power and volume buttons. They are made of plastic, I guess. They have a nice clicky feel to them and they are also sufficiently elevated. On the top we got the infrared blaster along with a secondary mic for noise cancellation. On the left side, it's completely plain. And finally on the bottom, we got the SIM card tray housing 2 nano SIM slots. There's no SD card slot at all. That's followed by the mic, USB Type-C charging port and the speaker grill. By the way, this phone comes with dual stereo speakers. The bottom one is one and the earpiece also acts like a speaker. Now this phone has a thickness of 8.85 mm and weighs just about 195 grams. In hand, it fits pretty comfortably, and because of the vegan leather, it has a nice grip to it as well, and the weight distribution is also pretty good. It doesn't feel all that heavy. Now as for the rest of the specs, this phone is powered by a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 processor with a Adreno 730 GPU. Now this here is the last year's flagship, so you're getting a pretty good processor at just a starting price of 32,000 rupees, which is the selling point for this phone. That aside, you get RAM up to 12GB, which is DDR5, and storage up to 256GB, which is UFS 3.1, which is pretty fast. Besides that, this one also comes with a dedicated independent gaming chip, which can further enhance your gaming experience. Like it can increase your frame rates using frame interpolation, and it can also reduce the battery consumption while it is doing that. Besides that, you also got better cooling system, which can overall improve your gaming experience, and a lot more features related to gaming, which I'll talk in a minute. Next, in the battery department, this phone is powered by a 5000 mAh battery, supports fast charging, and also comes with a 120-watt flash charger inside the box. You can get up to 50% of charge in just 8 minutes, and you can charge it from 0 to 100% in just 20 minutes, which is super fast. Now, when it comes to connectivity, this phone has 5G, you got dual 4G, dual VoLTE, we got Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth version 5.2, and these are the 5G bands. Now, these are all the sensors that we have. It basically has everything along with an infrared blaster which you can use to control your AC or TV as well. In fact, I use this particular feature a lot in my day-to-day life. By the way, I'm using the 90 as my daily driver, so I use the infrared blaster on it a lot. Now let me just turn on the phone. Now this is how the phone looks once we turn it on and set it up. This is the home screen, app drawer. It does come with quite a lot of bloatware, but we can disable them or uninstall them. Now here's the notification panel, and let's go to settings. Here's the about page. This phone is running FunTouch OS 13 based on Android 13. This phone will be receiving 2 years of software updates and 3 years of security updates, which is pretty good. Now here's the camera interface. It looks similar to other Vivo and iQOO phones. We got the regular photo mode, video mode, portrait mode, and so on. We also got a dedicated 50MP Ultra HD photo mode, pure night view, sports mode. We also got a night sports mode as well. For video recording, we can record video in 4K resolution with stabilization. And for the front camera, we can only record video at 1080p resolution. Now these are some sample shots. So friends, this is the sample footage recorded using the front-facing camera of iQOO Neo 7 Pro at 1080p resolution. Audio is from the phone itself, so check out the noise cancellation and stabilization offered by the phone. With that said, I'll be just walking around. Now this is a sample footage with a blurred background. I've set the aperture to 2.8. You can increase or decrease the amount of background blur effect you want. And this is the kind of edge detection that you get with this phone. Once again, audio is from the phone itself. You can check out the noise cancellation and stabilization offered by the phone. It's quite windy now. So guys, this is a sample footage recorded using the rear camera in indoor lighting conditions. Audio is from the mic itself, and the phone is just being freely handheld. There's no tripod, so you can see how good the stabilization is and how well the phone performs in low lighting conditions. And by the way, we are using the phone or the camera in standard stabilization. There is a difference between off, standard and ultra, which I'll show you in a minute. But this is standard stabilization, and there is another extra mode called super night mode, which can further improve the night footage, so which I'll be showing you now. Now this is the sample footage recorded in the same indoor lighting conditions, but with the super night mode turned on. Besides that little aspect, rest of this are completely same. Standard stabilization, 1080p resolution, rear camera footage, and once again audio is from the phone itself. So I hope you can see a slight difference in resolution or clarity. I'll anyway put the both footages side by side so you can have a quick look at it. Now this is video recording with the rear camera at 1080p resolution without any kind of stabilization. So basically we have turned off stabilization, and now this is the standard stabilization. As you have seen, it has already been cropped, and I have stretched my hands even now. So you can just have a side-by-side comparison. And finally, now this is the ultra stabilization where you can see how further the footage has been cropped. But with ultra stabilization, you'll get a much more stable footage. I'll put all the footage right now side by side so you can have a rough idea of how much you're missing when you go with different stabilization. Now let's test the speakers. This one comes with dual stereo speakers, but by the way, there's no audio jack. So if you want to use a wired headset, you have to use a Type-C port. Besides that, this is how the speakers sound. They are super loud and they have a lot of details as well. So if you're someone who watches a lot of videos on your phone, then you're gonna love these speakers. Now coming to the part of security, we also have an in-display fingerprint scanner on this phone, and it performs really well. Like, it's super fast to unlock the phone. We also got face unlock feature, and that too works really well. Now coming to my initial impressions, I'll say design and build are top notch, I would say, especially for the price. I really love this vegan leather feature. So that's pretty good, a very premium feature, I would say. So design and build, top notch. In the hardware department, we really got everything, including an infrared blaster, and we also have 5G. So that's everything there. By the way, we also got in-display fingerprint scanner as well, which is a given, but like with some phones, you get a side-mounted fingerprint scanner. So considering that, that's another good point. Cameras are also pretty good. Like, these are the flagship cameras of last year, so obviously camera performance is pretty good. And when it comes to performance, that's where it really shines. So if you're someone who likes to play a lot of games, you really appreciate the performance. And for games like PUBG, Call of Duty, you can increase the frame rate, which makes the game look much more smoother using that frame interpolation feature, which you can access using the game booster settings. Besides that, you also got additional features like motion control, voice changer, and you also have a lot more features related to gaming. So overall, for gamers, it's fantastic. Now, finally, when it comes to the battery department, this is where I really love this phone. That 120-watt charger is a lifesaver. Like, most of the time, I'm really lazy to charge my phone, like 90, which also comes with the same specs. So you just need to put the phone for charge for just 10 to 15 minutes and it's already charged. So charging speeds are insanely fast. So guys, to conclude, I would say iQOO Neo 7 Pro is like a true flagship under 40,000 rupees. It's got performance, cameras, battery, and literally everything. So if you're looking for the best phone under 35,000 rupees, I would definitely recommend you to get the iQOO Neo 7 Pro. That's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and do subscribe to our channel. With that said, this is Nikhil signing off. See you next time.